How you doing? How you doing? Doing good? Doing great? You good? Ha. Mm, 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 mm. Oh. All right. Thought I would come in a little bit differently today. Um, I hope you guys are good. I hope you're great. I hope you don't rue this video or rue watching this video, because that's the first word. To rue means to regret, to wish that you hadn't done something. You know what's funny? The first time I ever heard that word, um, it was um, it was an episode. I don't know if you guys watched iCarly before, but it was this episode. This annoying little kid named Neville who used that word. He was like, "You'll rue this day. You'll rue it. You'll rue it." And then it was just like, I'd never heard the word before until then. I was probably like 8 years old, I guess. But I was like, that sounds like a topping also. I think it is a topping too. But in this context, it's to regret, to feel remorse. I just thought it was funny. And ever since then, I was like, I've never heard the word rule before up until then. So it was funny to me. But reconnoiter. To reconnoiter means to engage in reconnaissance, to investigate, to look into something, to be discreet about something, to be clandestine in your search. Raffish. Something that is raffish is unconventional and slightly disreputable. Carefree. Rackish. Didn't care how it sounded. Vulgar. Just out there. Just didn't give a fuck. You know. Just out there. To repudiate. To repudiate means to refuse to have anything to do with, to disown, to be done with, to, what's the word? When you do something that goes against, like especially in a religious sense, in a religious background, certain taboos that you do cause people to repudiate you in that moment once they know what you've done. They say, I'm done with you. You're disowned. Rhetoric. You guys know what rhetoric is. It is the study of effective use of language for communication and persuasion. That's what it is. To renege. You reneger. It means to back out of something. Like, did you renege on your bets? You reneged on your bet? So you backed out of it because you lost? You mad about it? Like, you told me you were gonna do it and you didn't end up doing it. You said, I'm not gonna honor my word. I'm gonna back out of the promise. I'm gonna back out of the bet and just go on. Which is not good, because As men, all we have is our word and honor. If we don't have that, we don't have anything. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. Risible. Something that is risible causes laughter. It's laughable. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. It's silly. It's silly. It's goofy. It's funny. Regale. To regale means to delight or entertain. Amuse. What am I, your court jester? Is it my job to regale you? Now, when you're around your friends and they're having a bad day, regaling them or having somebody to regale with is, it's the best thing in the world. It's a blessing. Not everybody has that. Some people are to themselves. They're alone. They only have themselves to keep themselves company and regale. So it's nice to have friends that you can do that with. To rankle. To rankle means to do pretty much the opposite of what rankling is. Pretty much the opposite of regaling. Regaling is entertaining and amusing, while rankling is to annoy, to irritate, to frustrate. Pretty much the opposite. You piss them off versus make them laugh. Relegate means to elect something to somewhere else. To assign, to demote. Downgrade. Getting relegated to, when you're a manager, getting relegated to assistant manager and then just a worker. I've seen it happen before, but that's gotta be the biggest slap in the face and spit in the face and kick while you're down type of thing that there can be. It sucks when that happens, but reprehensible. Something that's reprehensible is worthy of blame. Shameful. Worthy of blame. To recant means to take back. Not in the way that renege does. Renege is like you dishonor your bet, while recanting is taking back something for like retracting, like a retraction. So to recant something means to retract it. I take that back because maybe I have more information that kind of helps maybe change my belief for the better. So I take back what I said. And then another word, rescind, to take back. Or an extreme means to deny, but to retract. Recant and rescind are the same thing. To rarefy. To rarefy means to make thin, to refine, to purify, to make less dense. To redress means to set it right, to make amends, to rectify, to set it right. Reverent. Something that is reverent feels or expresses. Someone who is reverent is respectful, or they feel or they express awe and respect. Like they're proud of who they're talking to, and they respect who they're talking to. Redoubtable. Something that is redoubtable is awe-inspiring, worthy of honor. It's worthy of honor, you know. Like you do the right thing all the time, even if nobody sees. That is a redoubtable act. Redolence or redolence is it is fragrance. Redolence is fragrance. It's, or it could be suggestive, being suggestive, or the act of being suggestive. A repartee is a banter. Or repartee. I think it's repartee. Witty conversation. Banter. Back and forth. Sharp wit. You can talk back and forth and laugh and be quick-witted. You know. Reticent. Something that is reticent. Someone who is quiet, reserved. They could be aloof. They could be off to themselves. They don't really want to express their thoughts, their words, their verbs, their actions. You know, they don't want to express certain things, or maybe that they don't want to, but that they're kind of hesitant to. They're reluctant to. Rancorous. Something that is rancorous is bitter, long. Someone who is rancorous is acrimonious, and they garner a bitter, long-lasting resentment towards something or someone. The rancorous feud between the rival families lasted decades. They hated each other for a long time. Just like when you think of like Romeo and Juliet, the rancorous rivalries between the Capulets and the Montagues. The reason in which Romeo and Juliet couldn't be around each other unless it was in secret. They had to hide between their families. Forbidden love. That isn't really a romance. It's just young kids that wind up dying because they can't live without each other. Recondite. Something that is recondite. It's hidden. It's concealed. It's difficult to understand. It's absurd. It's obscure. Esoteric. Abstruse. So the recondite speech of the guest lecturer left audience members confused and bored. They didn't understand it, so it was hard for them to follow. So it couldn't really hold their attention, so they were off thinking about other things because it was just something that is refulgent, radiant, shining, brilliant, luminous. Resplendent. I thought it said resplendent, which doesn't make sense. Resplendent. That'd be it. So at night, Las Vegas is a refulgent sight against the dark and vast desert sky. Why. Recalcitrant. Something that's recalcitrant means to obstinately, or is someone who is recalcitrant is obstinately resistant to authority, difficult to manage, rebellious, uncoachable, and still unsociable, defiant. They go out their way to not obey your wishes. They go out their way to go against what you wish for them to do. They go against the rules. They go their own way. And to refute means to argue it, to go against it, to deny it, or not even go as far as deny it, but go against it, to disprove it, but argue against. Go against would be a good way to say it, but debate it. That's debatable, and that's refutable. So yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow for the S's. Hope you like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And tomorrow's video might be a little bit longer, but hey, it is what it is. Peace.